These Aboriginal people from Australia still tell a story about something that happened before writing was invented. This island off the coast of southern Australia is called the Island of the Dead by the local Kaurna people. And one of the stories of their oral tradition is about the island, and it's kind of eerie. It tells of a man from the island whose wives ran away from him and started walking towards the mainland. The island was separate from the mainland, but in the story the wives are able to wade through the water on foot until the man uses supernatural powers to raise the water levels and drown them. And nowadays we're stuck with those water levels because it's definitely not possible to wade your way to Kangaroo Island, as it's called in English. But here's the thing, it used to be possible. In fact, there was a time when it wasn't even an island at all and it was fully connected to the Australian coast. But the last time that you would have been able to wade to that island on foot was at least 7,000 years ago. That's 2,000 years before the invention of writing. During the last glacial maximum about 20,000 years ago, global sea levels used to be a lot lower. So low, in fact, that Australia technically didn't exist yet. It was joined to Papua New Guinea in one contiguous landmass called Sahul, and basically all around modern-day Australia the coastline extended out much further. But as glaciers melted and global sea levels rose, Sahul began to split and shrink, until about 7,000 years ago when sea levels stabilized. So did their oral tradition really remember something this old? Well, if it was just them, it might seem coincidental, but it's not. There's dozens of Aboriginal oral traditions that reference parts of Australia that literally just don't exist anymore. All of them off the coast and all of them eventually covered in water in the stories. Geographer Patrick D. Dunn and linguist Nicholas J. Reed actually wrote a paper on this. They analyzed about 20 different Aboriginal stories about the water level and coastline, and they concluded that the similarities don't really seem random, because they all consistently reference the water levels rising, not lowering, which is associated with a geological event that their ancestors would have seen happen over the course of generations. But since the water levels stabilized about 7,000 years ago, this implies that they've been passing down these stories for hundreds of generations, which means that maybe we need to rethink the way that we look at the fidelity of oral tradition. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.